Hello Tenno, welcome to another video. My name is Backhead, and in this video I'm going to talk about the Destreza Incarnon. Destreza Incarnon is one of the recent additions to the Warframe with the new Jade Shadows Constellation update. You can get it from the Steel Path circuit when it's available. I'm pretty sure it's resetted by this video came out, so unfortunately it won't be obtainable until it returns, which will take a while unfortunately. Destreza Incarnon specialty is, of course, like every Incarnon has a unique gimmick. When you heavy attack with the Destreza Incarnon, it shoots out those Spectre blades. I think it shoots like four of them. It shoots like ghostly rapiers. Rapier is the weapon type Destreza is a poking blade. So basically, when you heavy attack with this weapon, it shoots out four ghost blades that go forward wherever you're heavy attacking from, so you can change the directions of it. Tennokai mods are really suggestible for this Incarnon, and there's also extra stats such as 100% melee damage, 20% sprint speed, parkour velocity, and 10% puncture damage every heavy attack kill, up to 300% while transformed. What I understand is when you heavy attack, you will deal guaranteed puncture, and this will increase by up to 300% while in Incarnon form. This is actually pretty cool. I like the fact that this Incarnon delves and puts an emphasis on the puncture build of Destreza. That means you can go melee Doughty, which I'll be talking about later. And let's quickly look at the evolutions I picked. It's kind of a straightforward Incarnon. There's a bunch of different evolutions that play around the puncture, which you will see when I go to the first. I believe it's the first one. You increase your base damage by 40% on puncture status effect, gain 20% status chance for 6 seconds, stacks to 5 times. I believe that's 100. Like, it's not 100%. It's like 20, 20, 20, 20 again and again. The second evolution I picked is range because this weapon only like does poking animation, so extra range can always be helpful. And for the last evolution, I went with the average classic, increasing base critical chance by 20% of current status chance up to 35%. I kinda don't like when it's like that because Destreza doesn't have any that much of a high status chance from the get go. Like it is 20%, but like it's even if I'm using like 60/60 mod, it still doesn't feel it's high enough. So you can try going Weeping Wounds or Galvanized Aptitude or whatever it's called for melees, or any status increasing chance increasing mods. Like it's up to you. I just used 60/60 mods and it was still fine. It gives a good amount of critical chance. So here's the build. I'm not using any ribbon. Um, by the way, condition overload or prime pressure point, it doesn't that matter, but I will suggest going condition overload on the Destreza Incarnon, since it increases status chance, and you're focusing on doing Destreza puncture statuses as much as possible. And there are, of course, other evolutions you can go with. I just want to go with these. Also, a suggestion, don't go straight up puncture damage mods. You don't have to, since your puncture damage will increase with heavy attacks because of the Incarnon's passive. You will benefit from melee daughter regardless. Oh, it was Galvanized Elementalist, okay. But like I said, like you don't have to go pure puncture builds. You just build your like your average melee weapon and it will work. Only difference is the melee Doughty. I mean, you can do influence, it's up to you, but I wouldn't suggest it. So what melee Doughty does is when your melee weapon has puncture damage, for each puncture damage on the enemy, your final critical damage will increase. As you can see on the top right corner, that's a melee Doughty at the rightmost, like the circular icon is melee Doughty. And as you can see in Incarnon mode, whenever I'm doing a heavy attack, whenever I'm activating tennokai, yeah, those are the rapiers by the way that it shoots. Be careful how you aim them, you might miss a lot. So basically, every time I heavy attack, my puncture damage increases. The amount of puncture, the status chance increases as well because of one of the evolutions I pick. So because of that, my melee Dottie can reach at least 3 times final critical damage. You might increase it more with other mods, like I mentioned, which Galvanized Elementalist, or just going straight puncture build if you want to go that deep. Because I don't think Dottie has like a, you know, limit. So you might reach some crazy numbers. But again, it's just critical damage. Like I have 7 times by the get-go, and it will only increase and increase when I heavy attack and heavy attack. Pretty cool. Alright, now let's go to the live gameplay to see how it acts on mod void stillpad. Alright, since I'm using Ash, of course it's gonna look kind of funny because I'm just invisible. Using a companion doesn't matter that much. I mean, yes, priming will come in handy for your condition overload. Like, that can be happen with any companion, so there's no specific companion you need to use while using the Destreza Incarnon. In my opinion, it's a pretty simple Incarnon. That's really straightforward. I like that what I like is that it puts an emphasis onto the puncture builds you can go with it. Like I like the fact that yes, Destreza is a puncture weapon. You gotta build around it if you want it, of course. And now with the Incarnon, you can benefit even way more with it, which is cool in my opinion. So, as tennokai mods go, I would suggest Dreamer's Wrath because that just gives you even more critical chance and critical damage for your tennokai attacks, so it will just make it go nuclear. One thing I keep warning about in this video is the fact that you will have to be careful when you're aiming your heavy attack because wherever you're facing, that's where the rapier is gonna shoot. And it's like a really wide, like 4 of them, I believe. It's like 4 or 5 of them. So just make sure you're facing the enemy, or you might you might miss. Yeah, seeing like they just went there, like you might miss it really easily. Well, to be honest, like those rapiers deal a good amount of damage, but it's not like the primary damage source of the Destreza Incarnon. But I digress. Like I mentioned, you get this from the circuit. You can put the adapter in Cavalera in Zerman. You just go to Cavalier. If you will need the Duviri materials though, materials you collect around Duviri from the trees, and of course you will need, I believe, either 15 or I think you will need like 15 patos clamps, which is easily obtained. For the regular materials, you can just go Duviri solo run or like short story. Like there's like two form like the you can go the open world one with all the side quests, or you can try the short story, which has 5 stages. You can just grab the everything around. Or for Patos clamps, however, you don't have to do those. For Patos clamps, you can do Orexia's Duviri run. I forgot its name. I'm forgetting, but I'm not good with names. But if you do the Orexia's one, it's way faster. The challenges are really fast as well, and they're not that janky as some of the Duviri ones. So for just the Patos clamps, the Orexia's Fate. I forget what's is the Orexia spider one. It's on the top left. Like doing that will give you Potoscrams way faster because the challenges are easier. It's like 20-15 minutes. A regular Dewey run can be like half an hour or 40 minutes. So yeah, but it's up to you. I mean, if you're lazy, you can or just pay 120 platinum to buy the Incarnon with all of its materials and instantly install it. I farmed my way. I bought like I think the Obex and I think I only bought like Obex or maybe Vectis too. I'm gonna make videos on that as well as fast as possible. And here how the Destreza Incarnon behaves against the Acolyte. However, I don't think I couldn't showcase it well because I used Ash. Yes, against Violence, a character that silences your abilities and kills you. I should have just picked like Rhino or something like or Revenant or something like that. But overall, the Incarnon is pretty cool. You cannot hit drones because, yeah, rapiers suck at hitting drones. But yeah, overall, it's a pretty cool Incarnon. Um, Next video is probably going to be about Obex Incarnon, which is pretty interesting. I like the Obex Incarnon because of the playstyle that it revolves around. The playstyle that, how can I say? The playstyle that create is pretty cool. And I can't wait to show you guys what you can do with Obex Incarnon. Well, that was all from this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Make sure to like, subscribe, turn that bell icon, share with your friends. Tell me in the comments if you like the Destreza Incarnon, if you have it, or did you pick another Incarnon? Which Incarnon interests you? Like, which Incarnon amazed you the most? And I see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.